call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta fill up.
What's going on, good people? And welcome back to the Juggernaut Show. I am joined with my co-host, Kicking It with Leo. What's going on, Leo?
It's good. What's good, everybody?
Yes, we are here to preview and predict Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 2023, which it's going to be live on pay-per-view. It's going to be like on Fight TV and in the zone, like internationally. Yeah, but it's going to be live this Saturday, July 15th. Man, I'm looking forward to this show. There's a total of 10 matches. Well, there's 2 matches on the countdown to the Slammiversary, and then there's 8 matches on the actual show. And I'm getting a FaceTime call right now.
Yikes.
I'm just gonna decline that right there. Okay, yeah. So back to what we're doing here. I don't know if my stuff froze.
Yeah, it froze. It froze a little. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah, we're good here. Yeah, so we're here to preview and predict Impact Wrestling Slammiversary for 2023, which are going to be in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Also, you know what? That's crazy. Canada is getting a lot of good wrestling shows like this whole summer and stuff.
Yeah, because they just had Money in the Bank. They've had Money in the Bank over there in London. They've been doing a lot of.
Okay, I'm talking about Canada shows.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Canada shows. Yeah, Canada shows like with, Jesus, I'm tired of my phone keep going off. But yeah, these Canada shows, like, you know, you got Impact Wrestling, you got AEW over there, and then you're gonna have some WWE show. I mean, they're getting spoiled with some shows. They're really getting spoiled.
As they should.
Hold on, let me see what's going on with my camera. Okay, we got here, or am I still frozen?
It's still frozen, it seems like.
I'm still frozen? Okay,
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to come out and come right back in. Technical difficulties, you know, that's what happens sometimes. Hey, I'll come in, but I'll be right back in here.
Okay. Gotcha. Sorry, you guys. We're just taking care of these technical difficulties. We did not plan this. It's just, it happens, you know? So, it is what it will be. It is what it will be. But we are going to get this taken care of, and then we will give you guys our Impact predictions for Slammiversary, which is, you know, the biggest Impact show, I believe, like that they have on their full roster calendar year. So, you know, I think it's going to be a good show no matter what. And I think they definitely go out with their bigger shows, you know, and they definitely been on the come up as of late, especially the last few pay-per-views.
Okay, I am back. We're all fixed up here. Sorry about that. Okay,
Great.
so let's quit wasting time and let's get started with these predictions. We already wasted enough time here. So the first match that we're going to be talking about is on the countdown to Slammiversary. We got the Death Dolls, which is what's her name? It's Rosemary, but I think what's her face?
Is it Killer Kelly?
No, that's not Killer Kelly.
Okay.
What is her name? Courtney Rush. Yeah, that's her name. That's the name she goes under instead of Rosemary. And then Jody Threat, and then we also have Jessica going up against Giselle Shaw, Savannah Evans, and Jay Vidal. I'm gonna say that the Death Dolls and Jody Threat win. I mean, yeah, I don't see any other reason for them to lose this match.
I also kind of agree with you there. I think they're going to win too. I love watching Giselle Shaw wrestle, but it's not going to happen. She's not going to win this match, unfortunately. So it sucks, but
yeah, she's not winning this match at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're going to move on to the next match, which we have is the Digital Media Championship, which this is robbery right here that this isn't on the actual card.
Yeah, I thought this would have been on the main card. This should have been on the main card. I'm not gonna lie.
But I kind of get why it's on the kickoff or the countdown.
I don't know if it's just me.
It says it's like on, you know, it's gonna be on YouTube and stuff, and it's a Digital Media Championship. So, you know, kind of like the internet title. So like,
I mean, yeah, but I don't know if it's just me, but every time I see hear something about an Impact show, it's always like the Digital Media Championship that's always on like the countdown. It's never like really on the main card.
that's true. But we got Joe Hendry, say his name, and then he appears, Joe Hendry. I
The
always love
magician.
singing. I always love singing this theme song, and he's going up against Kenny King with Sheldon Jean in his corner, which I kind of like this dynamic with Kenny King and Sheldon Jean. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, I definitely think that Joe Hendry is going to retain here. I mean, I don't really know. I feel like they're going to have maybe Sheldon Dream tried, cost him like interference and stuff, but that might lead to him like costing Kenny King, and maybe they might end up feuding down the line. So I'm gonna say that Joe Hendry ends up winning here, ends up retaining his title.
I also have Joe Hendry winning as well. I do love watching Kenny King, wrestle. He is like a good wrestler, and he's been definitely been impressive and impact for sure. But I just don't think he's gonna pick up the championship just yet. If they did, I would be shocked because I think that would be a swerve, and I think they could tell a story there because him and his partner. They could tell a story between like a split between them two in the future, and maybe have them feud over the title. But
Mm-hmm.
I just think the easiest answer is going to probably be Joe Hendry probably retaining.
And I think it's funny how like in all of his Joe Hendry's feuds, like he makes these memes up like with these like wrestlers and stuff. Like he did this whole thing with like started calling out Kenny King how he did this like whole stripper gimmick and all that. Like why you gotta do Kenny King like that, Joe Hendry? Why?
I think I seen something like that. It was like
Stripper
it was a
Kenny.
compilation. Didn't he do that with Moose before?
I
He
don't
did
even.
something with Moose talking about his failed a failed gimmick or like a football career or something along the lines of that. I
Yeah,
think I seen.
I think it was something like that. Yeah. But yeah. So it was like back in I think 2013, somewhere around that, or maybe 2016.
No, I think that was like 2018,
Yeah, it was something around. Yeah. I think you're
2018,
right.
2019, somewhere around there.
Yeah. And his gimmick was is not getting over. Like, man, why you gotta do King like that? That's terrible. That's terrible. But we're gonna move on to the next match, which is on the actual show. So we got the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships on the line. We got the Coven defending titles against Masha Slamvidge and Killer Kelly, which I had a feeling this was going to be happening. So we just saw Masha Slamvidge and Killer Kelly. They had a dog collar match back at the. I'm pretty sure it was at Against All Odds. Yeah,
I believe that. I believe so.
it was at Against All Odds, which it was a definitely fun match. And then this past week on Impact, we saw Masha bring out a dog collar, and she kind of hooked it around like Killer Kelly. And man, I saw people going like, I don't know if you remember the faction. I don't know if you remember the group of the HLA back in WWE.
I remember them.
Hot lesbian action. That's what it stood for.
I remember that. I remember that.
And yeah, people were in the crowd chanting HLA, and people were like seeing they got really close together and stuff. I go like, you people, you dirty people, like man,
You dirty dogs. No
you
pun
dirty
intended.
dogs there. Yeah, so we saw them kind of hook the dog collars around each other, and then the collar around each other, and then they went backstage. So it looks like they're going to be a tag team. I say that Masha, Slamvidge, and Killer Kelly win. I think they're going. I think it'd be.
I think they are too because here's the thing. After so many times I literally said Masha's gonna win this match and she doesn't. Like all the time she's competed for the world title for like from the women's division and never won.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, okay, do I want to pick her again? Because every time I pick her, she loses. But this time, hopefully it happens. You gotta give her a championship, and I think with this not the faction, but the team, it works because it's like they fought against each other, so it's like there's mutual respect there between the two. So I do think it can work because they do have similar gimmicks in a way. So I do think it could work. Give them the tag titles. I got Masha and Killer Kelly winning.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next match we have here is the Ultimate X match. So last year they did the Ultimate X match, but it was for the actual X Division Championship.
I
But
never seen this match before.
you never seen the Ultimate X match before?
I've
Ah,
seen a few clips, but I don't really know the full, you know, thing about the match.
So I'll explain it after I tell the competitors. So we have Mike Bailey going up against Jonathan Gresham, going up against Kushida, going up against Kevin Knight and Alan Angels. Which it looks like Alan Angels, he's done with the design. He said that he's out, so looks like he's kind of going like on a little solo run now. Um, Man, this match, like, it's kind of I'm torn between a couple guys who think can win this. Like, I don't think they're gonna give it to Mike Bailey because I've seen him as X Division champion before. Which also, so the winner of the match is gonna get a shot to face the X Division champion. Um, like upcoming pay per view whenever. It's not like a cash in thing, but like, so they get a choose when they want to have the match and stuff.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm torn between Jonathan Gresham and Alan Angels to win this match. I
Oh, we're gonna have different picks. We're definitely gonna have different picks.
you know what? I'm gonna say that I don't know. There's something that I really like about Jonathan Gresham. I feel like but then again, I would love to see him like in the world title scene.
Yeah, yeah.
And also same with Mike Bailey as well. I'd love to see him in the world title scene. I don't really see Kushida winning it. I think it'd be cool, but I don't see really him winning it. I don't see Kevin Knight. You know what? I'm gonna say Alan Angels wins. I'm gonna say Angels wins. And also let me explain what the
Okay.
Ultimate X match is. So they have this like high wire, like this X that gets crossed up like above the ring.
It's like
Okay.
above the ring, and people I think it's like where they climb across and then they have to grab it.
Yeah, they have to grab it. It's kind of like a ladder match in the sense without using ladders. Like you have to
Okay.
like scale it and stuff. And yeah, it's a pretty fun match. I like how Impact. They do these different type of matches. Like you know, different from like WWE and stuff. I kind of like that.
Me personally, as far as the match goes, I think I know you said Alan Andrews to probably win and whatnot. I just don't see it happen. I think after him leaving, I don't think the design would take that too kindly. And I feel like if anything, I feel like they would screw him over. I feel like they would screw him over, and that might lead to like him feuding with the design either 1-on-1 or him getting some, maybe even going back to AEW or and grabbing the Dark Order to come in to help, and you get that feud between them. So I think that's the route that they're probably going to go with him. And Jonathan Gresham, I think he's going to go up to the world title scene. I think Mike Bailey's going to go to the world title scene at some point. Me personally, I'm going to go with an outside pick. I'm going to go with Kushida to win.
Wow, there you go.
I'm going to go with Kushida.
I mean, I could see Kushida also in the main event scene because like we saw him go up against, we saw him going up against Steve Macklin at Rebellion, which that he put on a great match with him. So I mean,
He showed it, but I think he's a guy that I think people would like to see, win the X Division Championship, and you build them up to that, that caliber, and then put in a situation where he's believable to, win the championship overall.
mm-hmm. Most definitely, it's definitely gonna be a fun match.
Yeah.
And then the next match we have is we got Frankie Kazarian going up against Eddie Edwards. Both these guys got trained by Killer Kowalski. They looks like Eddie Edwards. He was kind of doing a face turn a little bit, but he didn't turn face. He's like he tried to try to be friends with Frankie Kazarian. Try to put their past behind him and stuff. But it seems like they can't do that. I feel like any of these guys. I feel like this match should go 50-50. Like Eddie Edwards could win or Frankie Kazarian. I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan of Eddie Edwards. He just seems like a really generic wrestler. I'm just not a big fan of him. And also, I'm pretty sure that Eddie Edwards he got the win at the last special.
I believe
Against
so.
all odds. So, and also we got the wives involved with this. We got Tracy Brooks.
Matter of fact, let me look at the all out,
Yeah.
the all odds and see.
Against all odds, yeah.
Yeah, against all odds.
And then, Alicia Edwards is going to be in the corner of Eddie Edwards. I feel like they're going to get involved,
Easily.
each other throughout the match. I'm going to say Frankie Kazarian ends up winning here. I don't know. I feel like he can. But I don't know. I just feel like these guys are like in the same position right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say Frankie Kazarian wins, but this match can go either way.
Wait, no, Frankie Kazarian defeated Eddie Edwards at the last special against All Odds.
Wait, so Frankie Kazarian? Oh,
Yeah.
Frankie's everyone. Hold on, wait. Let me shoot. You know, maybe they do give it to Eddie Edwards here. I don't know. I feel like he's more of like an impact guy. I don't know. I'm gonna say Eddie Edwards now. I swear my pick, Eddie Edwards.
I think Eddie Edwards is probably going to win. And I think what we could do is maybe they'll set this up since he got, Frankie won the first match. I think this is going to be like a best of 3. And then the last match, we might get like a mixed tag or something.
Could possibly do that.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. Also, the Pro Wrestling Podcast says Frankie Kazarian doing more ever since he left AEW. Oh, most definitely. I feel like
Easily.
this is definitely, he's always been more of like an impact guy. Like this is the right home for Frankie Kazarian, and it kind of helps elevate the show and stuff. So I like Frankie Kazarian being in Impact Wrestling.
Right.
And then the next match we have here is the Impact World Tag Team Championships. So we have the team of ABC defending titles against Moose and Brian Myers, going up against Rich Swann and Sami Callihan, going up against Subculture.
Oh boy.
I feel like they always like all these big pay-per-views. They always do like some type of multi-man, tag team match.
I would have been
for titles.
okay if they did a ladder match for this one.
That would have been crazy seeing a ladder match with.
I'm trying to think because
guys in
honestly, I feel like we might get new tag champions.
You think so?
I feel
I'll let you do your prediction first.
I don't see Moose and Brian Myers winning. I'm sorry. Rich Swann and Sami Callihan, I think that would be cool to see. And Subculture, I've seen them from NXT UK, so I know what they bring to the table. I'm torn. I'm torn between Rich Swann and Sami Callihan and Subculture. Because who's really been getting the most momentum since they've been setting this matchup?
Rich Swann and Sami Callihan, because we haven't really seen Subculture like that. Apart like you've seen them like here or there, but like you see more of Rich Swann and Sami Callihan.
I do think that if we were to get new tag champions, I think it would be Sami Callihan and Rich Swann. I think that's what I'm going to go with.
That's definitely a good prediction. I don't know. I just feel like ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, I feel like they're going to end up retaining. Like there's just something in my gut. I feel like they're going to like end up retaining the titles here. I like the stuff that they're doing. They're putting on great matches. I said they maybe hold up these titles for a little longer. Yeah, I got ABC.
Because they already had a lengthy reign with them. I think they've been holding them for like a couple months now.
Yeah, they have.
So, I mean, you kind of want to fresh things up a little bit. So I would say if they want to freshen things up a little bit, I wouldn't mind putting it on like 2 of your bigger stars that you have an Impact. So that'll get more eyes on the tag team division, honestly.
And then the next match we have here is the X Division Championship match. We got Chris Sabin defending the X Division Championship against my boy Leo, and not Leo on this video, not kicking it with Leo, but we got Leo Rush. He's in Impact now, which I don't know if he's signed to Impact Wrestling or if this is like a short little stint.
I think he's signed.
Like if he is signed, I don't know how long he's signed for, because sometimes when they sign people, they don't sign to like big lengthy contracts.
Sounds like per match deals.
So with that being said, I'm going to say that Chris Sabin ends up retaining his X Division Championship here. I think it's too early for him to lose. Maybe, if Leo Rush ends up staying around longer, maybe another pay-per-view he can end up winning the title. But I just don't think he's going to win it here. And they just bringing him in. Yeah, I don't think he's just going to win.
I mean, that would be cool if they were to put the title on him, because that just shows like, oh, they're trying to make him a big deal. But I just don't know how long he'll be staying around for. So I'm going to have to go with him retaining.
Yeah, Chris Sabin retain. There you go.
Chris Sabin retain. But I think it's going to be a good match, though.
It is definitely going to be. It's going to be a banger match. I feel like that could be
the match of the night.
Oh, my Lord. That's going to be amazing. And also, you never know with Leo Rush, because sometimes, like, he comes to a company and then goes like, oh, I'm quitting, I'm retiring again, and then he comes back and then he, quits again. Like you just never know with Leo Rush what he's gonna do. You just never know.
Yep.
But yeah, the next match that we have here is so we got a tag team match. We have, and also there's gonna be a special enforcer, Darren McCarty. So originally it was supposed to be Bully Ray and Steve Macklin, going up against Scott D'Amore and PCO. But so they just had a down under tour in what was it, Australia. But apparently Steve Macklin he got injured at that. He got injured at that show over that week. Over
And PCO was taken out.
Yeah, PCO. Yeah, he was taken out. I don't know if I think that might be for storyline wise, maybe. I don't know because I
think it's whoever is going to be his opponent. I think it's going to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and also on Busted Open Radio, apparently Bully Ray he was going in about Steve Macklin. So who knows? Maybe this could be like a 2-man power trip type of thing. Like with Stone Cold and like Triple H. How when one went down with an injury, go like, oh, why you getting hurt on my time? Kind of.
I thought you was about to say. I thought you was about to say he's going to join Scott D'Amore.
No.
About to say that's.
I was saying maybe they could like turn Steve Macklin face like when he comes back and stuff and have him feud with like Bully Ray because like I said Bully Ray was kind of going in on him on the Busted Open Radio, which I need to go back and listen to that.
But here's the thing that you have to understand with the wrestling, especially this is always happens every time an opponent has like a Mr. opponent or whatever the case is, or whoever's the Mr. opponent, they always pretty much win. Mm-hmm. And they usually make it a big deal. So I do think whoever his opponent is probably going to end up being a big deal. And not only that, him and Scott D'Amore are going to pick up the win.
I have a feeling that because so they burnt, they burnt, PCO and stuff. But I'm feeling it's just kind of for the storyline. I feel like he's still gonna end up wrestling some way because they done so much stuff to PCO and he always comes back. So I have a feeling it's still gonna be PCO in the match. They're just like kind of.
I think it's gonna be somebody else.
I don't know who it could be though.
Maybe it's a new signee. Who knows?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say that the team of Scott D'Amore wins here.
The team of Scott D'Amore wins. Team of Scott D'Amore is winning.
Well, there we go. Next match. Oh,
the main event, I believe. No, they already said it's gonna be. No, they already announced it. That's the main event.
Oh, okay then. I didn't know that. So we have is a Knockouts World Championship. We got Deonna Purrazzo defending the title against Trinity. This has so many people talking, people who are big fans of WWE. This could get more eyeballs on Impact Wrestling. If they put the title on Trinity, like, hey, maybe I need to come watch Impact Wrestling more. Which Impact Wrestling, they put on great weekly television.
Oh, they do. They do.
Like that's one of the most consistent wrestling promotions out there. It's just unfortunate that they don't get a whole lot of talk about it. I have a feeling that they're going to give it to Trinity here. I really do. It's like, I feel like they want to go all in with her, and like, what's the point of bringing her in if they don't give her the title?
And the thing
and
is,
also, with the whole stuff, like with the whole, the reason why Trinity went elsewhere is she wants to win titles and stuff, and she didn't want to be like, be jobbed out, like she was going to be in, WWE, she put those titles on the table for a reason, when she left WWE. So I have a feeling that Trinity is going to win here because, she's not doing this all for nothing. And also, I have a feeling with Deonna Purrazzo, like there are some people who stick around in Impact Wrestling, for forever and stuff. But I have a feeling Deonna Purrazzo
might be leaving.
I feel like she can go elsewhere, like AEW, WWE. I mean,
have her go to WWE. She would tear it up.
I can even see her go over to like New Japan or Stardom, and go over elsewhere. But like, she needs to go up to the big time.
I think she should go to WWE and have her stick around because I think as a think about this, she can kind of have like that Cody Rhodes story where she, had promise or wasn't really getting a lot of pushes and opportunities. Her first run around, she got released and went to Impact and rebuilt herself as like one of the top women in wrestling today. And now she goes back to WWE and she finally gets that run that she's wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm gonna say Trinity ends up winning here. What about you?
I also gotta go with Trinity. I gotta go Trinity becoming the new champ. This is main eventing. Of course, if I have a feeling if they're gonna have this main event, they're gonna want to send the fans home on a good note and with a huge pop and everything.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely agree with that. And then we got here is the Impact World Championship on the line. We got Alex Shelley defending title against Nick Aldis, which Nick Aldis, he just, recently turned heel and stuff, hitting Alex Shelley with the title. This, like, in my heart, I want Alex Shelley to retain the title. But with my head, I'm going like, you know what, maybe Nick Aldis is gonna win the title here. But I have a feeling that Nick Aldis, he's gonna be staying there for a little while.
Yeah.
So I say, why rush to put the title on him now? Maybe, I don't know, maybe Alex Shelley, he can, put on some more, be defending the title against, more people and stuff. Maybe even eventually go up against go up against himself. No, sorry, man, go up against Chris Sabin. I think that would be pretty cool. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, tag team partners. That'd be what's up. So I say, well, what's the point of rushing? Having Nick Aldis win the title, maybe, have him win at Bound for Glory or something. Or even, like, say if they have, Nick Aldis win here, like, then what that's basically saying Alex Shelley is a fluke champion. Like, I just don't see him doing it that way. So,
no.
I say Alex Shelley ends up retaining, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Nick Aldis.
Yeah, because you can make a case for both. Because you could say, well, maybe the reason why they had it, they took the title off of Steve Maclin to give it to Alex Shelley is so they can make an easier route for a Nick Aldis to win. Because it would have made it even harder for them to take it off of Steve Maclin if it was Nick Aldis and Steve going up against each other for the title. But I do think Alex Shelley is going to retain because I think he's definitely shocked a lot of people because nobody believed that he was going to beat Steve Maclin and become champion, and he did just that. And now he's literally on the run as the top guy in the company, and he's going to start proving more people wrong to show that not only did when he won that championship, it wasn't a fluke. He got it because he was the better man at the end of the day. And he's going to keep proving people wrong why he deserves to be at the top in the company. And I do think he's going to prove that on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So Alex Shelley is going to retain the Impact World Championship.
Yeah, I got the same thing. Alex Shelley is going to retain. I'm excited for the show. Those are all the matches. I'll be watching it on Saturday. Maybe even doing a live stream. Me and Leo might be coming up here doing a live stream for it.
Possibly.
If I don't do a live stream for it, I will definitely be coming up here to do a review. So definitely stay tuned for that. Either way, I'll be giving my thoughts and discussion on Impact Wrestling Slammiversary. I'm excited for the show. Leo, let everybody know where they can, keep up with you at.
Yeah, so my channel is Kickin It with Leo. I do wrestling content, horror content, gaming content. Pretty much every day of the week. We're on the road to 600. We're at 594 subscribers. We're 6 subscribers away from that 600 subscriber milestone. So if you guys haven't subscribed, please go do so right now. You never want to miss a video, whether it's a reaction video, rant video, live stream, any type of video. You could be in the loop of things when I do drop a video, whatever it may be.
Yeah, most definitely. Go. Let's get this man to 600. Definitely go subscribe to this channel. His link will be in the description below, so you guys can go over there. Go subscribe to Kickin It with Leo. He does great content. Like, you definitely need to subscribe to him. Also, while you're at it, while you're on my channel, hit that subscribe button as well over here. I'm on the road to 700 subscribers. So I'm going to be doing some videos got coming up for you. I'm going to be doing a SummerSlam retro review for 1992, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming out tomorrow sometime. It's pre-recorded, so definitely stay tuned for that. I also have me and Leo and some other guests are going to be doing a tier list for ranking all the championships in WWE. So definitely stay tuned for that. And also, I'm going to be reviewing Slammiversary sometime, as well as do some reaction videos. So definitely stay tuned, to the Juggernaut 097 channel, because you don't want to ever, you don't want to miss a video. On when Juggernauts make the video, you don't want to miss a video. And when Leo's here as well, and to see our good immaculate faces, But with that being said, this is Kicking It with Leo and Juggernaut 097, and we're saying peace out. We'll see you guys later.